All right, I'm going to re-kick this off. We've had some technical difficulties, but we're all here together, thank goodness, and joined by a really special guest, John Rhodes. I'm going to try and keep the intro short, but John Rhodes founded, if I'm not mistaken, the Rivian Automotive Fans Club on Facebook. And I've been there, and John's been great. That's a great community. But even cooler is that John was one of 10 very lucky people who got invited to Rivian, to their new Experience Center a couple weeks ago, to not only be able to touch a Rivian, but also get in one, also drive one, also sit next to RJ, also go to the factory, also all kinds of stuff. And John, thank you for coming and filling us in and the audience. And we are really grateful. We're super jealous, but we know that they chose the coolest people. So you're cooler than we are.
I don't know about that. But thanks. I appreciate it.
No, but seriously though, in all honesty and with sincerity, thanks for coming on, because we're all kind of like have the perma-grin on and like kids on Christmas morning, just kind of living through you all. And
yeah, you should have seen that perma-grin on everybody as they got out of the vehicle after their first ride. It was amazing.
We heard about it. We heard that it lasted past the flights when you guys got home.
It was incredible.
Well, that's cool. So I don't know, John, if you want to give us broad strokes at the beginning as far as what your expectations were and if Rivian was lower, met, or exceeded, or if you just want to jump into like your favorite memories, or if you just want to try and do a play-by-play.
We can do a short play-by-play, but
sure.
I'll keep it brief, and then you guys, I can't remember everything, but I'll probably remember everything as soon as you ask me questions. So,
right. Yeah, give us the short play-by-play. That'd be awesome.
Okay. So we arrived Bloomington Normal, and they had one of the guides come pick us up at the airport. So that was cool. And she was just in a normal black sedan, picked us up, drove us to the hotel. And on the way to the hotel said, we've had a schedule change. We were supposed to go to dinner there in town that night, right near the hotel. She said, well, we've had a schedule change, so we're not doing that anymore. So instead, meet us at 5:30 downstairs here at the hotel, and we'll pick you up. Okay, they didn't really tell us any more details. So at Betty and I were in the hotel room speculating. I could see the front lobby or the front pull up from my hotel window, and I said, I wonder if they're going to pick us up in Rivian. And yes. Sure enough, about 5:20, here come 3 Rivian R1Ts pulling into the circular drive up in front of the hotel. Betty said I was just like a kid at Christmas. I said, honey, get ready. We're getting out of here. I said, let's
go. That's classic. So at this point, and then keep going, but did you know at all like what was going to go on the next 2 days, or did you have?
No. It was all sort of a surprise as we went along.
Yeah.
So
we
went downstairs. We knew we were going to get to tour the factory, and we knew we were going to get to ride in the vehicles.
You guys ready? Ready. We're going to have fun.
Yep. So we went downstairs. They had some of the engineers driving the trucks, taking us to the factory at 5:30 in the evening. So Betty and I were going, I hope they're going to feed us. It's almost dinner time. We pull up to the front of the factory, put all our personal protective gear on, our pretty green vests and our goggles and everything, jump on these golf carts that were all painted in Rivian colors. So it was really cool. They had everything, the red, the launch edition, green, all the golf carts painted the Rivian colors. Drove us through the factory, right through the middle of the factory, and then out the back side of the factory to the Experience Center, where they had 2 Rivian trucks set up with the camp kitchens, and they had people cooking there for us. The professional chefs, they're cooking on the camp kitchens for us, and so they had very cool. And they had wine and beer and snacks and that sort of stuff before they started serving the dinner, and they were. As soon as we got there, they said, "Okay, we're doing test rides with RJ and Max," and I think Max was one of the very early employees. I don't remember exactly what his position is. Maybe you can look that up and figure that out. But anyway, RJ and Max each driving a truck. So we were all just piling in, one after another, and we'd put 4 people, either RJ or Max and 3 other people in the vehicle, and they take us out on the off-road course. Well, the road course and the off-road course. So they had both. They had a big oval hard track, and then an off-road course in the middle of that and right beside it. So they took us on a 15-minute ride, I guess, through the course, up and down the mountain and across the moguls and around the hard track, and driving those things hard. I mean, really not taking it easy on them at all. It was quite a ride. I mean, quite a ride.
Unreal.
Did you get a look at the speedometer and all that kind of stuff? I mean, what were we?
Yeah, I did.
So then you do all that, then you put it in sport, and it can still drive on the highway like this. So it's so capable across so many different surfaces. I mean, from rock crawling to 115 miles an hour.
In fact, I'll tell the rest of the story later, but I did see 129 miles an hour on the speedometer at one point.
Yes. Yes.
And it did when we started off, and I wasn't really holding on tight. It did snap my head back against the headrest. So
yes, sir. Holy smokes!
Yeah,
we've heard these stories and rumors since last night, and some firsthand accounts of going very fast, similar speeds, and so that's so cool. Keep going. Just keep letting it flow. Whatever's coming to mind. Yep.
So we had a great evening there. We met lots of the engineers and lots of the executives, and RJ's wife was there, and Betty and I had met her on a couple of occasions before, and some of the other executives we had been friendly with at some of the other events. So it was sort of like old home week for us, getting to see him again post COVID or
Very
post
cool.
most of COVID. So it was fantastic. I took a ride first with RJ and did the whole track experience with him, and then later I took another one with Max with him driving. So none of us invitees drove that night. We all just, because they had been giving us beer and wine and, food and et cetera. So it was just a great social evening where we rode around with them, in the vehicles, and then, had a few more glasses of wine, and then finally went home. But they fed us and everything, so it was great.
That's phenomenal.
We were there probably 5 hours or something like that.
So
wow.
5 hours into it, and you're staying overnight and have more coming the next day, and were you just like, it's already
it was
exceeded?
Exactly. I was. If we had to go home then, I would have been happy.
Right. You already had the permagrin plastered and set.
It had been a great event.
Awesome.
It really had. And then the next day.
Oh my goodness, to be continued. Can you believe how cool that is and how great John is? So we have plenty more to come. I'm breaking this interview into smaller segments for YouTube. But I know that many of you will want to watch the entire interview right away, so we have made that available over at rivianstories.com. So here it is, the entire interview, 49 minutes. It's a little bit more raw and uncut. Or you could just subscribe to YouTube. We love that. We will be releasing the rest of these videos that are a little bit more edited with some of his pictures and videos over the top, like you saw in this one, very soon. Not only that, we've already spoken with another attendee, Bruce. We have 2 hours of content from Bruce. We have a couple other people that are going to come on and tell us about the experience. We have Meridian Audio coming soon onto the show, so a lot of great stuff. Please subscribe if you want to see all the good things that are coming. All right, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks.